Hello everyone, you're watching JF Motorcycles and I'm today here in a motorcycle live exhibition in Birmingham because one of the big announcements just happened here behind me, and this is a new Norton Scrambler called Norton Atlas. It comes in the new two versions. So one is the Nomad, it's a little bit cheaper, I think 2,000 euros cheaper approximately, and a little bit more off-road or kind of a more off-road called Ranger. So they do these two bikes. First very important thing is that no one really expected from Norton that they bring it with this aggressive price, because there are some rumors that this one will cost 12,000 euros and this one about 14,000 euros, which in this case it's quite close to, let's say, Triumph Street Scrambler. And for this price you will get extremely great suspension, for example, 50mm inverted fork, adjustable, fully adjustable, and another one, the rear shock, fully adjustable in the back. In this version, 150mm suspension travel, front and back. But the most important, and of course, the Brembo brakes, very high specification. But the most important thing is the engine, which is the half of the V4 from their Superbike. But in this case, of course, the displacement is a little bit bigger than just giving the half of the engine. So this is 650 engine with 270-degree crankshaft design, and it gives 85 horsepower in 11,000 RPM. Loads of interesting things on this one. First of all, this bike looks really mature, really big, really expensive. Same as, for example, 1200cc Triumph Scrambler, and you just feel it. If you, despite until you see the number like 650, you feel this is like comparable bike, but it's just 650. And if you want to have such a power like 84 horsepower, which is 85 horsepower, which is comparable to Triumph Scrambler or 1200 even, you need to have RPM. Either you can have either turbo or compressor or the high revs. So here we have 11,000 RPM, and they say that it produces 64 Newton meters of torque. And again, we don't know where, like what is the RPM range where you can get it, but I assume it will be high. And that brings the big question whether this bike will be fun to ride in off-road when it's too much revving, when it's really high revving. I don't know, I can't wait for the test, but let's focus on a few more details. We see here the classic instrument clocks. Big thumbs up for the Norton that they didn't bring us some TFT display. I mean, there are fans of it, I understand it, but I really like the design of this one. It looks awesome. Let's look at the differences between the Nomad and the Ranger. So first of all, we see that suspension travel on the Nomad is 150 front and rear. We see the rear tire is 180mm, and we see 18-inch front wheel. Here on Ranger, we see 200mm, even higher specification of the suspension, fully adjustable as well. We see 170mm rear tire, slightly 1 centimeters more narrow, and we see 19-inch front wheel with a different styling, of course, different handlebar, different position. Awesome. The suspension travel here is 200mm, which is the same as you can find, for example, on Ducati Scrambler Desert Sled. They both weigh about 178 kilos dry weight, which is impressive. This is really interesting motorcycle, so I can't wait to test it. Hopefully you will be able to see the review on the JF Motorcycles. I can't guarantee when, because there are some rumors that this bike will come on the market in Q3 or Q4 of the 2019, so it depends when I will be able to get it. But I just can't wait. This is awesome.